2025 has been a year of some crazy turn of events. There's been a lot of uncertainty with what's been going on, especially with number 47 calling the shots now. I always feel like I tell myself this is going to be my year, year after year after year. Although I always find something to congratulate myself for come year end, there's always that craving for that home run moment. That year that was peak in comparison to the rest. We've already entered Q2 and it feels like the year is already starting to fly by, but there still is a lot out there on the timeline, and if we buckle down and make a few lifestyle adjustments, I honestly believe we can break this cycle of living paycheck to paycheck, something that I know very well. I've been there checking my bank account and hoping that $9.34 was enough to get me a $5 craving box at Taco Bell. Do they even make those anymore? Because they should. Only to wake up the next day and fall into overdraft because there were pending charges from a few days ago. When you're kind of just swiping left and right and you pump gas and sometimes certain stuff doesn't leave right away, you get lost in the sauce. You forget it's even pending back there. And I was living life like this for years. Even when I upgraded from minimum wage to my first big boy job in corporate finance, I quickly realized that making 60 to 70K a year means nothing if you don't address the bad habits or financial illiteracy that you carry on from the days you didn't have any money. It wasn't until 2024 that I decided that I need a different game plan if I didn't want to spend the rest of my life worrying about when do I get paid next just to survive? I am still learning and still making mistakes along the way, but without a doubt, I have entered 2025 with a higher level of financial health. So let's dive right into it. What choices did I make? What part of my perspective would I offer to someone that wants better control of their situation? My whole life, I had a tendency to eyeball whatever money was coming into my account and saying to myself, yeah, that should cover that, which should cover that, which should be enough for that, and so on. I decided that there were guardrails that needed to be put into place. I came across some videos online referring to a 50-30-20 budget rule, and that really helped me get started with organizing my take home pay. In a nutshell, 50% is your needs, 30% is your wants, and 20% is your savings or debt repayment. I made a habit to sit down, literally whip out my janky Excel sheet, and get to tallying. Having oversight of what type of discretionary spending would put me into the red zone. I knew how much money is fun money instead of winging it off of a lump sum of cash. Although I feel that this budget rule isn't applicable to everyone given their circumstances, I know in my case I was able to make some tweaks towards what fit better for me. I think everyone should have some type of budget to adhere to because I doubt I've ever met a wealthy individual that didn't have one. Let me make this clear because this was a game changer for myself. Get rid of your debt. You want to make money? You want to be a millionaire? Pay it all off. Did you know that according to a survey from Bankrate, 48% of credit card holders in the United States carry over their debt? And out of that group of people, 18% carry their credit card balance for more than 5 years. That is a lot of interest. As a matter of fact, Americans pay $120 billion in credit card interest and fees each year. How do you expect to multiply your wealth? As Dave Ramsey likes to say, majority of the people he's worked with all said how becoming a millionaire became so much easier when they didn't have debt to worry about. In 2024, I paid off my Volkswagen Jetta. Over the course of 3 years of ownership, I paid $4,000 in interest, believe it or not. I had terrible credit, which was the reason that it even came to that. But had I bought a car with cash, it would have saved me a lot of pain. Since then, I've paid off all my credit cards and I don't use them anymore. My student loans are almost out of the way now as well, thankfully. Some stuff that can help you get there would be Snowball method or Avalanche, whatever works for you. I personally used Snowball. I think it makes more sense to pay off smaller debt and work your way up. You'll feel more motivated. You tackle one, you move to the next. With Avalanche, you're tackling higher interest rate payments first, which, if that works for you, by all means. But I think I'm always vouching for Snowball when it comes to this one. I limited my investing. I just want to make clear that investing is really important, and I want to accelerate that process going forward. While I am prioritizing those student loans right now, limiting the amount of money I'm investing and reallocating that to debt repayment is just going to work better for me, and I think it could work better for a lot of people. And delayed gratification, of course. Wait to buy things at a later time in life. Don't go into debt to buy a Rolex. You probably haven't even earned it anyway, if we're being honest. Stop buying expensive things or paying more than you need to. Learn to shop around and live with whatever floats your boat. So in 2024, I moved into my new townhome, and I could have bought a nice apartment in Chicago or some bougie neighborhood. For those that don't know, I live in the Chicagoland area. But I told myself I will not spend more than 2K in rent a month. Could I afford more than that? Yes. Should I? No. I see the amount of money people waste on their dream house when they can buy something that will still work for their situation. Once you build those habits, it's going to carry on into whether you're renting or even purchasing eventually. Three people can live perfectly fine in a 1,500 square foot house. They don't need 5,000 square feet. Also, what helped a lot is I started using Facebook Marketplace a lot more than I have previously in life. Shopped around on Wayfair. This really cut down a lot of the cost that came with just moving into a new place. Not trying to go for any designer brands for furniture and whatnot. I actually visited a used furniture store near where I currently live right now and saved a lot as well. As a matter of fact, I'm recording this video sitting on a $300 IKEA office chair that I only paid $45 for because I bought it used. You got to eat out less. You got to start cooking at home. The $20 that you'll spend on dinner is enough to buy groceries needed to feed you for a few days. It all adds up. You don't see it in the moment, but when you look back and you're like, where the heck did all my money go? Yeah, it's those little dinners and lunches that you're harmlessly making happen left and right. As of recent, I've been trying to only eat out on weekends and meal prep through the weekdays because you want to also, beyond the money, you want to make sure you're also putting healthy food into your body, which is kind of leading into my next point is a big investment you can make in 2025 is start going to the gym. Or for some people, cancel your gym membership. As far as going to the gym, it's something that's going to help you build discipline because you're going to be following a routine. You're going to hold yourself accountable. You're going to meal prep. You're going to save money. Your mental health is going to accelerate. It's going to help you carry yourself. All successful people take their health really seriously. So I think this is one of those investments that is a game changer. It's going to be really important in helping you really go above and beyond, and it's going to motivate you to want to keep pursuing greatness in life. Cancel your membership if you want to save money. If you feel like you have that discipline to, go for a run, do some calisthenics. If you live near the coast, go surfing. They're all great ways to stay in shape. In that light, also go ahead and cancel memberships that you don't utilize or habits that don't serve you. I'm gonna be real with you. I pay for Netflix and I haven't even used it in 2 months. It's stuff like that when you kind of sit down and tally up. I'm spending my money on this, this, and this. I'm spending this much money on coffee every day when I could buy a Keurig and that will get the job done. It's when you sit down and tally these things where you really open your eyes up to how you can really save. Learn to love minimalism. Learn to love minimalism. This is huge. Oftentimes sit down and think, I don't need this. I don't need that. I like having a minimalistic setup. It's easier for me to take care of. I wouldn't want a huge condo with a bunch of space because that's more cleaning for me to do. I like the small, tidy, cozy little setup I have. I like being able to not have so many cars. I used to own a bunch of cars. It's kind of nice not having that many in the driveway. It's more insurance to pay. Learn to love minimalism. And lastly, once you have all of that all knocked out, learn to invest the residual time and money. $100 in the stock market every month. Read some books. Pick up a hobby that will improve the quality of your life. Get out there. Be social. Learn new things. If you're spiritual, make time to connect with God. It will revive the ambitions and values that religion brings into your life. It will help reset that compass and give you that recharge that sometimes you get lost in when you involve yourself with your day-to-day life. Start a side hustle. Sell stuff on Facebook or eBay. Bake cookies and sell them to your neighbors or community members. drive Uber on the weekends, anything that can put some more money into your pocket. Those are some of the things I thought of. What are your guys' thoughts? Are you tired of being broke? Did you overcome financial struggles? What worked for you? I'd love to hear everyone's thoughts in the comments below. I hope you all enjoyed this quick video, and I'm looking forward to making more videos on topics like this and hope someone, if even one person, can take benefit from it. My name is Sam Sauger, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.